Welcome to Summarize Science. In 1976, legendary mathematician Paul Erdos posed one of his favorite problems, offering a $1,000 prize to anyone who could solve it. For nearly 50 years, the problem remained open, but this paper finally provides an answer, with a huge twist. The problem is about special sets of numbers called seidensets, where the difference between any two numbers is unique. Erdos wondered if any small seidenset could always be extended to fit into a larger, perfectly structured set called a perfect difference set. Think of it like asking if any small puzzle piece can always fit into some bigger, complete puzzle. Erdos's conjecture was that the answer was yes. The authors of this paper, Boris, Alexeev, and Dustin Mixon, proved him wrong. They found a counterexample, a small set of 5 numbers that is a seidenset, but simply cannot be extended into any perfect difference set. But here's the incredible twist. While preparing their paper, they discovered that another mathematician, Marshall Hall Jr., had already published a different counterexample back in 1947. That's 3 decades before Erdos even formally posed the problem. Somehow, this solution was overlooked by the entire mathematical community for over 75 years. Skeptical of this apparent oversight, the authors decided to get a definitive, rock-solid confirmation. They turned to artificial intelligence to help them build a formal, computer-verified proof. They used ChatGPT to write the proof in a special programming language called Lean. This process is called vibe coding, where the human guides the AI with the core logic, and the AI handles the complex and tedious task of writing thousands of lines of code. Even though they weren't experts in Lean, they could guide the AI to a successful proof. The result is what they call a human-assisted proof, where the AI acts as a tireless translator, turning human mathematical ideas into a language a computer can check for absolute correctness. After a long and frustrating process, the computer verified that both their new counterexample and Hall's 75-year-old one were correct. But there's a fascinating irony to the AI's role in all of this. While ChatGPT was smart enough to help formalize a complex mathematical proof, it completely failed at the much simpler task of finding Hall's original paper in a literature search. The humans had to find that by accident. So, to recap the important points, a famous, 50-year-old, $1,000 math problem was finally put to rest. But it turns out it had already been solved decades before it was even posed, and nobody noticed. And finally, a modern AI was used to formally verify both the old and new solutions, proving them correct beyond any doubt. This story raises some amazing questions for the future of science. How long until this kind of human-AI collaboration becomes the standard way of doing research? And what other incredible discoveries might be hiding in old papers, just waiting for the right person or AI to connect the dots? What an amazing intersection of math history and cutting-edge technology. If you enjoyed this summary, be sure to like and subscribe to Summarize Science for more.